Hi guys, welcome to my channel Pure Patterns. I welcome you to the live session scheduled today at 6:15. Let's wait for 2 minutes so that more people who have subscribed can join. Well, time is 6:15, so it's time to start the session as promised. So today in this session, we are going to analyze the chart of Nifty and Bank Nifty, and also if anybody has any queries, can ask few questions related to stocks. We can find out potential good levels for that. Before that, let me choose the pen. Just give me a minute. Uh, let's wait for a minute. Just give me a second. Let me reconfigure this. Yes, I can clearly see uh, the pen is activated. Oh God, what is wrong? Okay, before it's too late. Let's start. It already we are running 2 minutes late. So what I can see after a good rally last week, what after a good rally in Nifty last week. So clearly you can clearly see there's a bullish candle being formed, and it's a continuation of where it has left last week. So this week also we are able to close above this trend line. You can, if you can see this trend line, right? So this trend line was very critical. It has three uh, touches already. This was a fourth and this was a fifth time. So probably now so this trend line does not make any sense right now. So it can be a weak trend line right now, and it can be taken as a breakout. So what would be our potential levels which I see on the Nifty on the weekly chart would be probably let's draw the supply zone first. There is a supply kind of a zone here, and Nifty has approached that supply. I've mentioned time and again that the 17,900. Before that, let's go to the weekly. Yeah, so this is one supply zone which has been already respected by Nifty. Just give me a second, guys. Oh, I don't know for what reason the pen is not getting activated. Okay, hopefully this works this time. Yeah. I hope you can see my screen. Let's begin the analysis. You can clearly see this is a supply, right? Let me pull the color also now. Okay, no worries. Let's continue with this. Yeah, you can clearly see. I've said many times in my weekly analysis that 18,000. Yes, I think everything is sorted right now. So first thing is there is a clear supply here. Okay, the supply is this is a first supply which Nifty has to clear. Here is okay, and the first time Nifty has approached here, and you can clearly see Nifty approached here and got rejection here, and then now it was trying to approach this zone, right? So what is the important level for Nifty? If you go to the chart, right, I have clearly said that first hurdle for Nifty would be 17,950 to 18,100. So this would be our first hurdle for Nifty. That is first supply zone for Nifty would be 17,950 to 18,100. So that's where somebody, if Nifty approaches there can be small amount of correction. However, in my one of my analysis video, I have clearly said that this is the level I'm expecting to go long. So Nifty should correct somewhere 16,800 if it has to come from, if it has to if you have to initiate a long position, then this would be the zone where one should be uh, activating the longs. But that is something where, very looking at the current scenario, where you see Nifty is kind of a very bullish, but we are close to supply. That's the thing which I wanted to say. And also, if you see the RSI, we if you compare the RSI for this, let me clear this. There's a momentum loss what I see. If you see this high, right, and compared to this high, though it has not matched this high, but you can clearly see that the RSI is not making that high. So there definitely no the bull run is also not that convincing. You can clearly see a red green kind of a candles, which has made Nifty go up. So I'm not as convinced as this kind of a rally, where Nifty was very uh, brutal in terms of uh, you know uh, um, hitting all the stop losses of the bears. So this is the level where one should wait if Nifty has to correct on the weekly basis, and on the daily, probably this is the zone. So we have to wait till 18,100 has to be broken aggressively if you want to enter. So definitely there can be small amount of consolidation in the upcoming week. If we are able to trade above 18,100, then definitely we can expect Nifty to make another all time, or at least test the all time high of Nifty. So this is what pretty much I see on a daily chart. Not that much convincing, but uh, if you see the trend line can be drawn from here, right? So this is one area where one should be very cautious. Last time also it was bouncing from this trend line, so there are chances that if we happen to close below this trend line, very with a bearish candle, then chances that Nifty might correct itself to 17,000, close to 70. At least it can test this 17,200 zone. So this is on the downside, whereas on the upside, I still see, it can trade between this trend line and the supply for the upcoming week. So if you are someone who trades Nifty, uh, iron fly, if you are a fan of an iron fly, I think this is Monday, right? So I don't think it would be too late. So if you are somebody who would have taken iron fly on this, on this levels, then it would have uh, yielded a result. I am expecting Nifty to trade somewhere between this. If we are able to break this trend line, then we are heading towards 17,200 as a first target, and next target definitely would be 17,800, sorry, 16,800 would be our second target on the on the weekly, uh, in the upcoming days. It should not be taken as a, why I'm saying 16,800 is because if you go to the high of this is 16,797. This is a level, right, where Nifty has given this breakout. So currently where we are heading is, if it's a, if you go to this chart, uh, you can clearly see the Nifty has broke out of this um, high. I'm sorry, I have a bad throat. Yeah, if you had, it has become a previous swing low, and it was also trading above the another swing high. So that's the reason, it has to somewhere pause. So what better reason can it find till it can consolidate near this supply and break out of this zone? So it all depends upon how, if you check the Dow Jones as well, it is just moving from the demand. So I'm expecting, you can clearly see there's a, a demand zone which was created. If you go to weekly, in one of my analysis video also I've said that it has got this rejection from this monthly zone, and it is moving from this zone, and clearly you can see this rejection. So it has negated all the bearishness in the US market. So if this rally continues, and we are heading towards this 33,550 would be at the Dow Jones. So similarly, I have the same view on the Nifty as well. Nifty is currently trading near supply. So the only thing which is bothering is there was a trend line, but that was a weak trend line, so we can give a breakout, but somewhere we can get stuck unless we get a good breakout on Tuesday or Wednesday. If we get that breakout on Thursday, then definitely we are breaking this supply zone. So this is first thing what one should be cautious. Long definitely have to be careful here right now, because RSI is showing some signs of tiredness, though it is above 60, but if you compare high to high on the price, whereas high to high on RSI, I don't see RSI is convincingly uh, on the higher side. So if you also see this RSI, right, it has started from 29 and it has moved shoot up till 83. It was a time to cool down. It has cooled down a bit, but still some consolidation should happen. Only then this breakout of 18,000 would last, and buyers would get confidence. So this is pretty much on Nifty. Let's go to 15 minutes and see what is there on that. So if you are new to this channel, if you are watching this for the first time, make sure to subscribe. Also, it helps the algorithm to promote this community. Let's build this and grow bigger. Help me to grow bigger. I'm also helping you to find good levels. I'm sorry. Yeah, that being said, let's forget that. You see, this is one level. Let me draw for you. This is one uh, level where one should be 17,800 is the level one should be keenly watching. If we happen to open gap down on Monday, or if you open flat, so if you open somewhere here, so we already have a lower low positions. So if we happen to open flat and try to break this, so our next destination would be 17,720, right? Or maybe till this zone, that is 17,710 would be our next destination. This is intraday, purely intraday. So what I'm trying to say is, let me take the pen. So if we happen to open flat and we consolidate here and break this, right, so our destination would be 17,100 17,710. Okay, and if we happen to break this, we might try to fill this gap as well. So this is on the lower side. Let's go to the top side. On the upper side, you can clearly see there is a consolidation. If we happen to open flat, then we can break out of this swing high. And as I said, right, there is a space, though it is, when you look at the daily chart, you see very less space, right? You see there's still a scope left, right? We are currently trading 17,833 is our closing, so there's still 17,950 is our zone. So if we happen to break out of this, right, so we can head, if we happen to break this, so our next destination would be 17,980. If I mark this, yes, 17,980 would be our next destination if we happen to break this on the flat. So what if we open gap up, and if you open gap up, and you can clearly see on the 15 minutes, if I go to 1 hour, right, let's see this. If you open directly gap up on this supply zone, it has already been rejected now. Okay, but it has not tested. So this is a supply zone where most of the players are waiting. Okay, the zone is 17,962. close to 18,000, right? So 18,000 being a round number, right? And 17,950. So if we happen to open gap up and we trade around this, and if you find any bearish setup here, and this is the zone where one should short Nifty. Why I'm saying this is because if you go to Bank Nifty is clearly showing a tiredness. If you compare the RSI, you see, if I mark this high and high, let's for a moment delete this, and if you go to this RSI chart and see, there's a clear, you know, a divergence which is formed, unless we trade. So this is a time to be cautious. The thing what I'm trying to say is, you should not be aggressively taking longs. That's my take on Nifty. If you happen to get any uh, trades on the long side, I should only look for small targets rather than looking for large targets. Whereas on the downside, you should wait for the confirmation currently. So if you get a good, currently you can see that there's a trend line being formed. If we happen to trade below this, right, so probably we might be filling this gap. So this is first area where one should be looking at, and definitely would be testing this, and we might get bounce from here, and from that RSI might recover a bit. So looking at the RSI and looking at the price action, where how it has formed, still there is a gas left, but one should be cautious trading this. The reason being very simple, that the RSI is showing some divergence on the daily chart. So let's find out the best levels, right? So if you just remove this on the daily weekly chart, so let's delete this. It is heading towards the all-time high undoubtedly, but RSI is supporting on the weekly. So it kind of a confusing if you are somebody who is new to trading. So what you have to do is you always have to follow the higher time frame. But if you are following the higher time frame, the thing is, you should also holding period should also be considered. So what I'm trying to say is, if you happen to, this is a all-time high, where Bank Nifty had made this all-time high, and clearly see there is a supply. The supply is 41,100, right? So we are still 700 points away from that. So if we happen to close trade somewhere near this being a first touch, so Bank Nifty would definitely correct itself. Okay, so there are chances that we might test this, right, somewhere here. So if you are holding a long, as I said, you should be very cautious with respect to your longs. Whereas short, if you find somewhere here, right, in this zone, that is 41,000, close to that, if you find any bearish setup, this is a clear supply zone on the weekly. So there are two possibilities. One, there can be a players, long-term players who can book the profit, so you can see a correction, because RSI is also showing that. But when you are shorting on this supply zone, make sure that RSI is not beyond 60. Okay, only when it is less than 60, try to short this whenever a Bank Nifty reaches here. What if a Bank Nifty comes here with RSI greater than 60, 65, please don't short it. Okay, be it on the 15 minutes, be it on daily or whatever. So let RSI come below 60, then only go ahead and short. So we already see this, but what I can see is, if you happen to draw a trend line, this clearly a trend line, but this trend line has started from here. Oh, I don't see that, because it has already been, it's very subjective, so it's no point trading that trend line. So if you are somebody who is very fan of CPRs, clearly CPR, I don't know if you are very familiar with this CPR trading on intraday. If you happen to get any buying opportunity, if you open flat on I presume that the next day CPR would be somewhere close to this. So there's an overlapping CPR which has been formed. So what I suggest you is simple. If we open gap up, so be mindful of this zone, that is 41,100. So don't go long if we happen to open gap up, because Dow Jones has closed positive and we are flat on SGS Nifty. So probably chances might be that we might test here. So if you are going long on break of this, so your profit booking should be here. And if you happen to short this bank nifty in upcoming week, make sure that RSI falls below 60 and the price is near this. And if price is here, somewhere here, and RSI is 50, there is no point shorting it unless you find any bearish setup like in what do you say, head and shoulder or double top on your lower time frame, then you can go ahead and short for a small target. But currently it is a very bank nifty and nifty are at the critical zones, right? So what I'm trying to say is just hold on. Let's get the clear direction. If you are somebody who is non-directional, then go ahead and put non-directional strategies, because nifty might consolidate reaching here, right? So that's about Nifty and Bank Nifty, and I've already said that Dow Jones has clearly on the on the bullish. Uh, it has already compensated. It has also, if this low is very critical now, okay, for Dow Jones. So it has already engulfed the bearishness. If we happen to open above this trend line, it has already tested price. So I don't see this can make a major role, but what I see is this rejection candle one should be very careful about, right? So this is one thing. Coming to one of the stocks which I am liking right now is SBIN. Okay, it has given, if you see, uh, this has given a breakout and it has closed above that on the weekly basis. Something very it 520 was very critical zone for SBIN. So it has broken that, tested, and now it is trading about. So this is one stock. Make sure you keep a track. 520 is the zone where one should be tracking this. We might test this all-time high again. So if we get any price closer to this, then make sure you buy SBIN. This swing low would be stop loss if you happen to get this on this correction. So there can be a possibility that SBIN might come here, oh my god, and reach. I'm extremely sorry for that. Let me clear this. This is the first time I'm coming live with analysis, so bear with me. So what if we there are chances if we open gap up, so we might test here. If we are testing this, then probably if you find any bearish setup, bullish setup here, so you can go long when SBI tests this, provided bank nifty should be clearing that supply zone. If bank nifty is near that supply, then you can expect SBI to consolidate, and once only if bank nifty corrects itself and then moves away, then we can expect. This is one stock which I wanted you to keep and there's another stock, you see, ICICI. This has clearly trading all-time high, and these are the two stocks which are taking bank nifty high. So if bank nifty happens to correct, and if you see small correction in this is the level one should be targeting. 840. I don't think if we get this, probably here 840 would be the level where one should be targeting to buy for the long term in ICICI. So make sure to hit the like button a bit slow, because there are so many people who wanted to understand if I explain it very slowly. So if you this is the page which they wanted me to give the live session. So this is how I'm doing this time. So please do comment if any improvements has to be done. I'll make sure try to improve on that. There is another sector which I want you to focus is IT, but it's just on the downtrend. Okay, if you see on the weekly, it's just correcting. I don't if you are somebody who's aggressive, I think Infi, somewhere I have added that. Yeah, there's an Infi. You can clearly see that it has taken the support, a long-term support on weekly support. I guess I've drawn this. Yes, yeah, this is taking a support from a long-term weekly support on the trend line. So if you happen to get Infi to trade somewhere around, if you go to one of my setups on the swing trading, so if you happen to get Infi to trade somewhere around 1470 with a stop loss of this could be our stop loss 1440. If you happen to get Infi in this correction somewhere around 1470, it's a clear buy for the targets of 16,000. Sorry, 1600. I'm sorry. So what I'm trying to say is, if you happen to get Infi somewhere around 1470 to 1460, so you should go ahead and buy near this trend line, and for the SL of 1440 or 1430. Okay, this is a very logical stop loss, that is 1420. So for the reward of 16, this is our reward. To be very precise, it is 1592. One should book the profit if you are getting this. Now it has already moved, there's no point chasing it. So if you get this, make sure you buy it. If you are buying Infi, there's another stock which I want you to focus is Reliance. Okay, I want you to see this. In one of my analysis, I've said this is the consolidation, and if we are breaking out of this 2440, then we are heading towards 2590. So, and this was a consolidation. So if we happen to trade above this, let me put this. I don't see any convincing, but you can clearly see if you draw a trend line. So there are chances that Reliance can be a dark horse. Sorry for the slip of tongue. So if we happen to trade this right above 2650, then we might test 2750. So we have consolidated a bit here, and we also have corrected. So this swing is very important. There's a gap which is have to be filled. So if you happen to trade above 2650, so our next target would be 1750, 2750. So these are the things which I want you to focus. So if you have any comments, let me check if you have posted any comments so that I can take that. Mahesh Gaurav, if you are there, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. See, he hold में कर सकता क्या? Okay, this is Hindi. Okay, what he's trying to say is, I would like to know what C are you holding? I mean, what is your strike price? It would be nice if you type that. What is your strike price if you are holding? And also let me know your expiry. I can tell you for current expiry, then I'll just let me know what is your strike price and expiry. I can tell you on that. And there is Bhai Saini. Hello Saini. Thanks for commenting. Really nice of it. If you have any queries, please feel free to type it. Okay, there's nothing. I'll definitely respond you. Okay. Okay, Mahesh Gaurav has said that 17,800 C 15 September 160. Okay, let's check the option chain. Let's see. Okay, because what I see is, Mahesh, option chain also has the highest open interest. That's the thing. And if you get any chance on Monday, let's see the option chain. I think probably you might get a chance on Monday. Just wait. Okay, let's see the option chain. 10th September, is it? Why is it not loading? Just give me 2 seconds, Mahesh. Let's check that. But what I see is, this is very critical zone, Mahesh. So unless there is a breakout, you should not hold CE. So Cs are somebody, when you're option buyer, you should also consider, you should play the momentum. That's, you see, the highest open interest what I see on Nifty for the current expiry is on these two things, 18,000 and 17,900. And if you go to chart also, right, I've shared you on this is the zone, right, 17,950 to 18,005. This is one zone. So what I suggest is, if you get some opportunity to sell it, and whenever you get out of this breakout, trade it. Okay, you have taken on the I would not say, I don't know what was your thought process, because there was nothing which was indicating buy on Friday. Even I didn't take any positions home looking at what it was. But nevertheless, be humble. Okay, if there is a gap up, okay, if we open gap up above this, so what you can do is 17,850. If you open above that, and we wait for this target 17,000, test of 17,900, you might get some profit because of the, if you hold. But because of the weekend, there are chances that there will be there will be no profit. You might, if we open flat, you might end up seeing the loss. So what you can do is, if you are somebody who is, you can 160 is something very high, right? That's a very high price you have taken, I know, considering the volatility. But what I suggest is, look for tomorrow opportunity if it is opening flat, and if we are able to hold for first 5 minutes, look how this candle is formed. If it is forming a bullish candle, then hold for the target of this. If it is not, then sell it. Whatever is the loss, we book it and come out. So you should also remember that whenever you're taking a trade, right, you should always, if you are a buyer, you should always look for a momentum. You see, momentum is what, you see, whenever you see this was one critical zone, and if you go to this 30 minutes chart, this was one critical zone, and it has given clear breakout, right? And you see the next day there was a gap up. This breakouts you have to play, rather, pullbacks is very difficult. I am suspecting that you might have bought it here, right? So if this the next, if you are holding, I think this would be your stop loss. If it trades beyond this, then you should sell it. Above this, you can hold maybe for first few minutes of the trading on Monday, right? So any correction would be bought, so you can write that if there is a flat opening, right? So best comedy is saying jubilant food. Okay, let's see, because some of the stocks I don't trade, but I do have this jubilant food. It's on the master list. Okay, let's check that. Okay, it's here. Just give me a second. Let the chat load. It's okay, Mahesh. Feel free to comment. Okay, if you have any queries, make sure you comment below video, or you can also uh, yes, I'll do that, Rahul. Just wait for a second. I have this guy, best comedy jubilant food. You see, I don't know, it's your real name, excuse me. So what you can clearly see is, you see, first you see there is a, whenever jubilant food is uh, reaching this level 620, I don't know, there was a split or something. Let's see that. Let's draw this one. Okay, there was a support which was broken, and it came here, and there was a rejection. Now it is trading here. So what you can do is, if jubilant somehow breaks this, okay, what is this high? 1630. Okay, with a, if you are holding swing, okay, we'll come to the daily part later. Okay, so if you are holding for the swing, right, then you are, if we trade above this, then our next target would be this 757. Okay, and for now, if you are holding, then your stop loss should be this swing low. Or if you are somebody who is holding for ultra long time, right, and if I see, let's go to this and check. You see, it is clearly making a all-time high. Okay, but it is in the correction mode, so there is no point, you should sell right now. But the only concern is it is trading around resistance. Earlier it was a support, and it has turned resistance down, and there are rejections here. So I think, it can, trade somewhere, consolidate here, and if it breaks out of this 625 or 630, and you should be expecting a target of 750. This should be our first target on the swing. I don't know what is your holding period. Okay, so Rahul, I hope this makes sense for you. If you are not clear, just ping. I can tell you, you can clearly see that, right? It was, you can clearly see there is a swing, and it is a consolidation right now. So don't hold any options in this kind of stocks. They are not as liquid. Okay, so going to Jadhav, Rahul Jadhav. This is Balakrishna Industries. Let's see, automobile, right? They are doing good. Balakrishna, I'm sorry with this. Balakrishna. I hope I have answered your question, best comedy. Oh my God, Balakrishna Industries. Okay, let's see this on the weekly. Oh, I think I have marked so many things. Let's remove this. It was one of my trading setup, I guess. So you see that there is a neutral candle formed, but the thing is, one should wait. Okay, what I'll suggest is, I have one setup, I'll tell you. Okay, if you are trading, no, it doesn't fall under this criteria. Okay, no problem. So currently what I see is, it has, you should wait for this support. Let me draw the support. This is the support for Balakrishna, 1880. Okay, and you can clearly see it is forming a lower low formation on daily. So chances are high that this support might break, and we might test this 1750. Okay, so this is something, if you are long, then so you have to be a very cautious person to be. Okay, you see, on let me check, it is making all-time high. Yeah, you see, it is making all-time high, and it is correcting. So next destination, if somebody is interested to buy Balakrishna, okay, it has already been tested, but a minor support can be here, 1760. Okay, also, if if you get to buy above this, above 2020, okay, a small a small trade, maybe for 2 days. So you are let me tell you what would be your target. If you take high on that, your target, first target would be 2180. Okay, if you take on 2020 with a stop loss, I mean, if you open gap down, then I cannot say anything, but if you open gap down and trade above this, right, so you should, if Balakrishna trades about 2020, you should take a long with a stop loss of below this. Info edge positional. Oh, Rahul Jadhav says Balakrishna. I'll come to best comedian Mahesh. Okay, just bear with me. Let's finish Rahul. Rahul says that he has 2000 CE, and for this expiry, what is the buying price, Rahul? If you can, uh, let's check the option chain as well. Balakrishna, right? Balakrishna Industries. You see, whenever you are buying, right, you should be very careful. These are very illiquid stocks. When you are trading, you see the highest open interest, if you see, is on 2000 price, right? You should haven't taken this, to be very I think you might have taken at 83, and your LTP is already, you are sitting under loss. That's a huge loss. 6,000 rupees, uh, close to 6,000, 7,000 rupees. You see, whatever I'm saying is for equity. So if you are holding is for C, probably future end option is bit riskier. I don't recommend. Probably now it is consolidating. Only when, if it trades above this, then you should hold it, or else you are holding 2,000 rupees, right? So I think if it trades above this, that is 2020, then you should look for a buy, or else I don't see. What I see is, there can be a small gap down and it can test this. That's my concern. So what I see on the weekly, so this zone has to be tested. So I don't see any buy opportunity right now, to be very honest. One buy opportunity would be, if you draw this trend line, if you happen to trade, and that too it is not tested. Let's go to 1 hour. You see, yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is currently good, but it is, on the early chart, your trade is, a breakout of this, but what is happening is, it is consolidating here. That's what I'm saying. If you happen to break this consolidation zone, then you should hold it, or uh, if you are having the risk appetite, then you should hold till this. Okay, the moment it trades below that, then you'd be in the huge loss. I'm just giving you the heads up. Your buy initiation should be after 2020, not if you happen to trade below this. There can be a huge sell-off after this consolidation. You can test this trend line because it has already broken. Now it can test, right? So that's about Rahul. Make sure I have answered. Make sure if you are liking, hit the subscribe button. Rahul says SL. Okay, let's see. If you are taken on the daily, right? You see daily, if you have taken, so this would be your SL. If you are making this swing low, then you should exit. Okay, but if you see, you have, I mean, your timing is wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. This is one good demand zone, if you see that, but you have taken too much early, because that's being a call option, and it can, melt like an ice. Had you taken somewhere here, would have held it. That too, if Balkrishna comes here near expiry, you can trade for that. Now what you see is 2000 is a clear resistance as per the option data, right? So you can the moment, I think it's wise, you should get out of that without stop loss Monday, okay, unless we open gap up. If you are opening flat, then I don't see anything. You should get out of that. And I have best comedy. He says Info Edge. Naukri. Info Edge. Let's see. Info Edge. Info Edge. Info Edge. Naukri. You see, IT is always good to have, but it's been correcting. I'm not sure where you are able to listen to me. It's a good stock currently. If you see on the daily, it has a given, but on the weekly, it has disappointed me. Okay, this, if you are holding for a swing, this is the maximum you can hold. Beyond this, I don't see anything you should hold it, right? And if we are able to trade above this swing high, our next target would be this 5600. First we should be able to break this. If you are holding now, for swing, I'll be telling this would be our target. Sorry, SL, and equity, not on options. Definitely options are, these are something, no, you should not trade. For trading options, there's bank nifty, there's a nifty, there's so many liquid stocks you can trade. Currently it is buy price is 4200. It's okay. I mean, this should be your stop loss. Best comedy on daily if you have taken, okay, below this 3809. Target, first target would be this 4624. 4624, this would be your first target. Stop loss, you see, actual buy point is this, you have taken here, right? The buying point should be initiated at 39223 with a stop loss of this 377. The thing is, you have taken so far, so your risk is also high and reward is also not that promising. And you see, currently you are holding 4200 is a good buy, I would must say, but you are in profit. But I think this would be your first target if you are holding equity, okay? Only when, if you hold, then there is a clear rejection here, right? So it might get consolidation there. So make sure whenever you come here, to trail your stop loss. So current stop loss would be this. What is this? Not if you are a very non-aggressive guy, so this would be your first stop loss, 4080. Or if you are somebody who can hold for long, then it is 3830. This is your stop loss, okay? And let's go to who is the other guy? IDFC. Oh, 68. Awesome. I saw somewhere it was on 30. Oh, good rally. IDFC is near resistance, Mahesh. If you have bought IDFC, I think you should exit. Wiser decision, unless you are breaking out of this zone. Yeah, Amesh, I think there's a delay. Wait for that. Uh, so you can see that 69 or 70 is a clear resistance for IDFC. I don't see you should hold a call, right? That's something very risky. You should can clearly see there was a rejection here. So IDFC Bank, is this a bank which I have taken? Oh, this IDFC First Bank. I'm sorry. IDFC First Bank. Clearly a good rally on the weekly. If you see, it has running from the support, but it has already reached the resistance. If you go to daily, you can clearly see a wave, right? So holding a call is not a wise idea, okay, to be very honest. If you are holding equity, then I would ask you to hold with a stop loss of this swing low or this consolidation. So if you are holding CE, uh, at the end of the month it might reach here, but the problem is you will not have that value in this call. That's a problem. uh, yeah, best comedy. Equity for long term. Okay, equity for long term, I don't see anything right now, but it is nearing to the resistance. Okay, if you have bought somewhere here, right, I think this is the support, and I'm not that great fan of this IDFC and stuff like that, because IDFC, these are okay, but they have never created wealth like what HDFC has created, or ICICI or SBIN, right? So but clearly a good buy if you have bought it somewhere on 30, or even somewhere, uh, just give me a second. Yeah, so it's clearly on the uptrend. Okay, what I can give is, if you are holding for long term, just draw. This rally is which is concerning me, because it has rallied because Nifty and Banknifty were uncatchable, right? If you see this on the weekly chart breaking, okay, close below this, then it's time to exit here, and then you can re-enter at this price 36.95. Okay, uh, if you are bought somewhere, so our next entry would be 37. It should retest this. Currently it is near resistance on the weekly basis. 52 50 would be the price where if you are holding, then you should trade your stop loss to this. Okay, and best comedy says Neurolac. Okay, please do share, subscribe. Okay, I'll be doing so many subscribe this live videos. Do comment if you want me to come live frequently. I can take that as well. Okay, especially on weekends. Do please do comment, share with your friends, right? They'll understand. Let's grow this community. Let's grow together. Let's go to Neurolac. Crude. What is this? Where is this? Nero. I don't see Neurolac. Can you spell it correctly, because I don't use this. Let's see Asian. First you see Asian, and you can get hold of counterparts. Let's see that. Okay, where I see Asian. No, I don't have anything here. Let's check that. Neurolac, right? Oh, Kansai Neurolac it is. If you check that, it's Kansai Neurolac. It was correct. Kansai Neurolac paints. Okay, I didn't have this on my watch list. Let's see. You see, these are all driven by crude paint industries. So you should be very sensitive, nimble, understand how. But currently crude is falling, so you see this rally. But let's go to. You see, there is clearly a consolidation. Okay, if you happen to break out of this, right? Let's mark this as 535. Even if you break out that, there's a supply. You see, if you are holding, right, there's clear consolidation. If you have bought somewhere here, then your stop loss would be somewhere here. But I don't assume that you have bought here. So this is a consolidation zone. If we break out of this consolidation, then definitely we are testing this one, 410. Sorry, 409, or probably this one, 420 is the zone where you have to do. I think this is pretty much. I think if you please do comment below what is the improvement area you want me to see, right? Currently, best comedy, if you are holding, please put your stop loss below that. That is 480, and hold it on the equity. And if we happen to break this high, then we can expect the target of 606. Okay. So that's all, guys. If you have something, make sure to comment. Vishal has picked. I don't see he has pinged. Okay, no problem. If I have missed any questions, please pardon me for that. Maybe next time I'll take Tara by Saini. I'm sorry. Hello, I missed for that. That's it, guys. Please do comment, share. Do comment below when you want another live session. I can do it. I can give you a good levels on Nifty as well as some of the stocks if you are holding. It's really nice doing that. Thank you, Rahul. Really appreciate your comment. Please do subscribe if you have come randomly. I'll be posting so that you'll be, you know. Could you give a please short brief on technical analysis? Yeah, definitely. I'll give. I have one video, okay, on my playlist. Make sure that you watch a bit long, okay, 40 minutes, but I'll be refining because that I'm very too too early to this YouTube and all. I'm still learning on that. Probably when I become efficient on that, I'll Lux Industries. Okay, Lux Industries, let's see the last one, Lux Industries. Probably once I improve, I'll be more efficient, but for now I'll be doing the live trading on this, live sessions. Lux Industries, let's see this. NSC. Thank you, guys. There were 7 likes. I really appreciate for taking your effort to just give me a time. Oh my god, I think it's not good thing to hold best comedy. It's clearly on the downtrend. I don't know who has insisted you. This was one area 2040 where you could have exited. Now this area is your last hope if you are holding. Okay. So if we break this, this is very good area. Okay, this is very good area. So if you find any divergence, okay, let's see this. Okay, let's very interesting analysis. Let's do this. Clearly on downtrend. Okay, there's no second thought about it. But this is a major support, 1665. Okay, low of this 1630. Let's be very precise on that. Can you see this high? Okay, this was a supply and it was taken out with a very bullish candle. okay, and now it is coming to test that. So what I suggest is, if you are somebody who is a long term, don't buy any options if it is there in FNO. I don't know, I don't trade this, so I only trade limited equities. So what I'm suggesting is, you see, let's go to weekly. This should be your buying uh, entry, okay. 1650 should be your entry if you are trading. If you want to buy it for long term, should be entry only when you find a bullish setup, okay. It's not that there is a huge candle which is formed, red candle at 1650, and you are buying. No, don't do that, okay. If you see that you see RSI is oversold, okay, so you wait for this RSI to come above 40, okay, on weekly, and you let the price to come to this zone 1650, then you should buy. If you are holding it, okay, I'm assuming that you are holding it on weekly basis, your first target would be this 2028. Oh, buy it, okay, you already bought it. Oh, okay, 1840 was your buy. I think you should hold. That's a huge stop loss here. 1840, where you have bought? No, your entry is not correct. I think if you have capacity, if it is in equity, this should be your last ray of hope, okay. I don't suggest that. If you are trading below this consolidation also, it's a time to exit. I would suggest you exit out of this, because it is already trading near gap boundary, okay. Unless we break out of this is a buy zone or best buy zone, that also will have the supply. No, there is no buy entry. I think you should exit, to be very honest. On weekly, you are heading towards its target. This target would be 1930, okay. Even if you are holding, this would be the point where you have to exit. If you are taking, if you are ready to take a risk, then you can put the stop loss of weekly low and hold for this target, okay. High of this 1950 and weekly low. If you open gap down, then first go and sell it, don't hold it. There's nothing, okay. RSI is also, there is a divergence, but it is trading below 30 or 40, so I don't see any point trading. There can be a small bounce. It's clearly in the downtrend. It's technically one should buy at 1650. I hope I have answered your question, best comedy. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks, thank you for coming in for my first live session, and commenting about your thoughts. It was really pleasure talking to you guys and finding out levels for you. Do comment, do share if you are somebody who is new. We'll catch up with another interesting analysis. Okay, thanks. No problem. Best comedy. My pleasure. Okay, this would be your next buy zone, 1650. Okay, this is a very good zone. I can clearly see what it is backed up by volume. Or else you could have taken somewhere here, 20, 20, 30 if you break this. Okay, no problem. Nevertheless, you hold for this target of whatever I said. Okay, thank you guys for commenting. See you in another video and with another interesting analysis. Um, have a great day, have a happy weekend, and happy trading tomorrow. We'll catch you in another interesting. No problem, pleasure is mine. Yeah, see you, bye, have a great day.